And in these few minutes that I have left with you, I want to share with you this is a big problem.
He says, وَلَا يَزْنُونَ. And they don't commit zina. They don't have boyfriends and girlfriends. They don't have secret relationships. Why did he mention that? Because for some people it's always there. He's a good-looking young guy. He walks around in the mall and the girl looks at him and goes, hee hee. And he's like, oh, this is easy. You know, nobody's watching. I think it's okay. Should be all right. And he stops himself. He still stops. It's hard. I know it's hard, guys. I know. It's hard. But you stop yourself. The girl thinks that guy's looking at me, man. He must think I'm really pretty. And she starts smiling. She stops herself. No, this is wrong. I can't do this. This is not right. Just because my parents aren't watching, just because the police isn't here to stop me, doesn't mean it's okay. وَلَا يَزْنُونَ. They don't do it. They don't behave like that. There are young men in, like where I come from in the US, obviously, kids go to college, and college in the summer is bad. It's bad. And you have an 18, 19-year-old boy whose hormones are raging inside of him. And then there's in his college classroom, there's girls sitting that are barely dressed. And this girl comes over to him and says, hey, can you help me with the homework? And he's being tested by Allah. He's being tested. You guys are going to be tested. That's not just in America, by the way. It's not just in America. You'll be tested in the mall. You'll be tested when you go out and hang out. I know. Who told you? Don't worry about it. I have big ears, alhamdulillah. You will be tested with this. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, especially for the young people here. It's not going to be easy. Maybe you have friends on your phone, man. Your parents don't know about it. You got a secret. You got another profile on Facebook. You're just updating it right now. And you have to unfriend all of those girls. Yep, you do. You listening? You have to unfriend them. And don't call them back. And don't text them back. And when they say, what happened? You don't like me anymore? You don't even say, no, it's not you. It's just Islam. No, don't do that. Don't even talk back. Just leave it. Drop it. End of story. No more. Girls, if you're up to this, stop it. You stop yourselves. This is not something your parents will come and control. When you are teenagers and you have hormones and you reach the age of puberty and you're attracted to the opposite gender, that means in Islam you are adults and you have to make your own responsible decisions. Your parents are no longer responsible for your Islam. You are responsible. If you are 14 years old, 15 years old, even 13 years old, and you die today, then Allah will not say, minor, go easy on him. You are treated as an adult in our deen. This religion makes you an adult early. The moment you start feeling a little funny about the other gender, you're an adult. You will be tried by Allah like a 50-year-old, like a 30-year-old. You're the same as them. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Don't think of yourself as just a kid. You are an adult. وَلَا يَزْنُونَ.
It's a big problem. I see this problem in America and I'm also seeing it here. I was realistic before I came here. We're a global world now. The problem of Muslim youth in America are the same as the problems of Muslim youth in Qatar, or in Dubai, or in Saudi, or in Pakistan, or in Egypt. The youth have the same problems. You have the problem of some kids saying, some young people saying, and even older people saying, I know it's haram, but Allah is so merciful, man. He's like, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. I know it's haram, but come on, He's not gonna punish me for that. He's gonna take it easy on me. I want to help you understand this problem. Because Allah described His love and His mercy in such an extreme way, some people might try to take advantage of it. Some people might say, it's just a little bit of drugs. It's not that much. I just do it like twice a week. And I don't do it on Friday. And I stop all of Ramadan, I stop. I don't drink a single, bottle of liquor in Ramadan. But other than that, sometimes, it's okay. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. I'll make Umrah this year, it'll be fine. They figure out they can just eat haram things, look at haram things, do haram things, and it's okay, Allah will take care of it. Allah will forgive. I want to give you an example to help you understand this. One of my earliest jobs was I used to teach at a school. Young kids. These are 7-year-old kids, 2nd, 3rd grade kids. And I thought that these kids are going to love me. I will tell them stories, I will make jokes with them, I will jump up on the desk and I will jump around and entertain them and I will scare them and all kinds of things. These kids used to love me. I used to go in there and tell jokes and tell stories and they used to be loud. The principal used to come in and say, what's going on here? And I used to say, sorry, we'll calm down. I did this for a whole week with these kids. I used to walk into class and the kids used to clap. But then after a week, I go back into class and I say, okay guys, open up chapter 5. Nobody opens up chapter 5. They're all looking at me. Tell us a story. Tell us another joke. And kids are talking to each other. There are people jumping around. There's a kid who's got a pencil in his hand and he's writing his name on the wall. And he's looking at me and he's writing it. And he's looking at me again and he's writing it. You ever see that happen? And then his friend says, I think he sees you. He says it to him. And he goes, I know, but he's a nice guy. And he keeps going. They think I'm merciful. They think I'm kind. So they figure, hey, I mean, this is a nice teacher. We should do whatever we want. When Allah describes His mercy and His love, some slaves of Allah, and they try to take advantage. Like, Allah is so merciful. No problem. I'll give you one more example before I conclude. I haven't introduced Allah to you yet. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim is 2 ayat. There are 3 ayat that introduce us to Allah. But before I get to the 3rd ayah, I want to give you a simple lesson. Imagine there's a man and he has a slave. So this guy has a slave. And he tells the slave, you can do whatever you want. Here's the field. He owns a field. He said, you can do whatever you want in this field. You can eat whatever you want, go wherever you want. Just don't go on the other side. There's a line. He drew a line with chalk. Not even a fence. It's just chalk. Just don't go on the other side. So the slave is happy. He could do whatever he wants. And one day the slave is close to the border. And he falls. And he falls on the wrong side. And he immediately looks at the master staring at him. And he says, sorry. It was a mistake. And the master doesn't say anything. No problem. He doesn't say anything. So he gets up, he dusts himself off. He's okay. Next day he pretends to fall. And I says, sorry. The master doesn't even get up, doesn't even look angry. He says, this is pretty good. I mean, he told me not to go on the other side, but I've gone twice and I didn't get in trouble. This must mean it's okay. Some Muslim says, I had some haram substances and no lightning struck from the sky. Allah did not send like an axe wielding from the sky, chopping my tongue off when I lied. It should be okay. Allah is okay with it. You know, you try to earn some money the wrong way, you look up at the sky, oh, nothing happened, I'm okay. I can do some more. So this slave starts going on the other side over and over and over again. And a whole year goes by. Now he spends most of his time on the other side. So the master calls him. After 1 year, he calls him. And he says, so how's it going? Pretty good. You're pretty kind. Love it. And he says, listen, remember when I told you you shouldn't go on the other side? He goes, yeah, I remember. Well, I've decided to punish you for that. But I will punish you for I've been counting. Every time you went, and I will punish you for every single time you went, but I will punish you all at the same time. I was holding off. I didn't want to punish you right away. I wanted to punish you eventually. I mean, it was your choice. I didn't stop you from going. I just said, don't go. And I told you there will be consequences. But I've decided to get you right now with all of it. All at the same time, 1 year's worth of transgressions. This is Judgment Day. The human being thinks you can get away with whatever you're doing. Just, no problem. I did something bad yesterday, nothing bad happened today. I should do it again today. I could do it again tomorrow, nothing's going to happen. It's all good. But Allah Azza wa Jal says, He puts the picture, He balances the picture, He says, Maliki yawmiddin. He's the master of, He's the owner of the day on which perfect judgment will be executed. Everybody will get exactly what they deserve. He's the master of that day too. So as I leave you in this khutbah, I want to share with you that Allah balanced 2 things. On the one hand, He is extremely loving, extremely merciful. And on the other hand, if you take advantage of His love and His mercy, then He will judge you too.